Welcome back to Bunkai Gaming, this is Matt. So today I wanted to talk about the Rainbow Six Siege beta and just some of the impressions I got from it and some of the things I really enjoyed about the actual beta itself. So this certainly brings an emphasis back to the word tactical and tactical shooter, and this is a really good thing. This isn't a game you just can simply run around and just kill hundreds of people. It isn't one of those games you can either lone wolf in it. Communication is key within this game because you have to be a very strategic way about approaching an objective. If you're attacking, if you're defending, where you put those defenses up to stop the attacking team. So it's very, very important to be able to communicate and be able to know how to set up those defenses or to be able to attack through a certain area. Because without that communication element, what you're going to find is if the opposing team is using communications, they will basically steamroll you time after time. So it is so important to remember that communication side of things. But I had a hell of a lot of fun playing Rainbow Six Siege. It was probably the most fun I've had in a long time. And I found that it was easy to play and that it was just dive straight in and have fun. So each one of the classes is unique to either an attack or defense. So they have different equipment or different reinforcements depending on their classes. The original starting class is probably a more all-rounder. It has a little bit of everything, but not a huge amount. The control schemes is very easy to use. I found it very fluid and very easy, and there wasn't a lot of complication there, which is a great thing to see. It's nothing worse than being in a tactical shooter and then having to remember 50 buttons about what this does and what that does. It's just more about playing the game itself, and that's an excellent thing to see. So another thing you need to remember is that with Rainbow Six Siege, you can't just simply just spray an enemy through a teammate because you can actually kill the teammate to follow that realism. So you have to be very tactical about where you set up, about your sight lines and where you're going to attack something and make sure you don't actually kill your own teammate. And I found these out very early when I ended up killing a couple teammates because I didn't realize that it was possible to do that. So that's something you have to be very aware of when setting up or attacking. From the attacking side, you have a great deal of gadgets that you can utilize to be able to find out and track where the defenders are. But I guess one of the really things I enjoyed was the fact that you have this flexibility of being able to rappel up or down depending on where you are, come down upside down and come through windows. This is something really great. I think it gives a lot of flexibility to the game and allows new sight lines that you wouldn't normally get through the traditional type shooters when being on the ground. So another great thing is the destructibility of the environment. Walls, floors, roofs can all be penetrated in some way, shape or form unless it's concrete or marble. So you have to be very careful about where you're actually standing because things can be shot through if it's particular types of walls. Also, the barricades are great, but they can be broken down in 3 hits, so basically they're not very useful in that regards. They're more there as a deterrent. So you have to just be very careful about where you put things or where you're standing because you can actually be killed through those materials. So these are just some of my impressions of the things I really enjoyed about the beta. There were some negative points and there were some issues there, but I'm not going to go over them because specifically it is a beta, so they will be refined and hopefully sorted out before the end game comes out. But it's a lot of fun. I've heard that they're going to talk about an open beta very soon, so I'm hoping that's going to happen. Anyway guys, I'll leave you with some more footage, and I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Field's coming down to the system. I should flip.
Protect the biohazard container.
Going on the right. One guy.
Spotted the biohazard container. Stop the hostiles from securing the biohazard container.
There's shield.
The biohazard container.
Left hand. Okay. Left hand doorway. One.
Stop the hostiles from securing the container. They've ceased attempting to
Left
secure the container. Biohazard
There you go.
container. take out the hostiles. Protect the biohazard container.
10. Nice, good shot. I can't believe he put his shield down.